We buried it 10 years ago. A little metal box full of our childhood memories. But last night, I found it again. Only, it wasn't where we left it. And it wasn't the same box. It all started on Halloween, 2013. Back when everything still felt simple. When the scariest thing we knew was a haunted house or a bad horror movie. There were 5 of us back then, me, Josh, Tyler, Emma, and Ray. We grew up on a dead-end street called Maple Hollow, a sleepy little cul-de-sac lined with crooked trees and pumpkin lights that never seemed to go out. That Halloween night, after trick-or-treating, we decided to make a time capsule. Just a dumb kid idea, really. We gathered in Emma's backyard, fog rolling across the grass, the smell of wet leaves and candy wrappers everywhere. Josh brought an old metal lunchbox from his dad's garage. We filled it with whatever we had. A photo of all of us, a comic book, Ray's plastic vampire teeth, Tyler's lucky coin, and one last thing, a Polaroid I took of the 5 of us together that night. We wrapped it all up, sealed the lid, and buried it beneath the biggest oak tree at the edge of the woods. We swore we'd come back for it exactly 10 years later. Same night, same place. It was supposed to be fun, a little Halloween tradition. We never thought it would follow us. Fast forward to now, 2023. We're adults, scattered, barely talk anymore. But a few weeks before Halloween, we started getting messages. First from Josh. Hey, anyone else dreaming about the woods lately? Then from Ray. Do you remember where we buried that time capsule? At first, I thought it was nostalgia. We all did. Until Emma sent a photo. It was the oak tree. But the ground beneath it was disturbed. Like someone had already dug there. She said she hadn't gone near it. Said she just found it that way during her morning run. That night, we agreed to meet up on Halloween, just to check. For old time's sake, Halloween came fast. The air was colder than I remembered. The whole neighborhood felt empty. Even the pumpkins looked strange, their carved smiles warped, like they'd been melted from the inside out. We met at Emma's around midnight. Everyone was quiet, even Tyler, who never shut up. We grabbed flashlights and shovels and headed toward the tree line. The woods felt wrong, too still. No crickets, no wind, just the sound of our footsteps crunching leaves. When we reached the oak, my stomach dropped. The ground was already dug up, a neat square hole, empty, and sitting beside it, half buried in the dirt, was the metal lunchbox. But it wasn't the same one. This one was newer. No rust, no dents, and on the lid, scratched deep into the surface, were 5 names. Ours. None of us wanted to open it, but we had to. Josh knelt down and pried it open. It made a soft, wet sound. Inside was a photo. The same Polaroid we buried 10 years ago. Except now, we weren't kids. We were older, exactly as we looked that night, standing by that same tree, holding that same box. And in the background was something else, a figure, tall, gray, its face hidden behind what looked like a burlap mask. Standing right behind us, Ray screamed, dropped the flashlight. When the light hit the dirt, we saw something else inside the box. A folded piece of paper. In shaky handwriting, it said, "You shouldn't have come back." That's when we heard it. Footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Coming from the darkness just beyond the trees. We swung the flashlights around, but there was nothing there. The air went cold, so cold I could see my breath. And then, one by one, the flashlights began to die. First Tyler's, then Ray's, then Josh's. Click, click, darkness. Emma whispered, "Someone's behind me." When I turned my light on her, She wasn't lying. There was a shadow, tall still, standing inches behind her, its head tilted slowly, like it was curious. We ran. Branches tore at our arms. Roots caught our feet. But we didn't stop until we were back in the yard. We didn't talk, didn't look back. We just went our separate ways. That was 3 nights ago. Since then, each of us has gotten a new package in the mail. Identical, unmarked. Inside mine was dirt, and the coin Tyler buried 10 years ago. Ray said hers had the vampire teeth. Emma found the comic book. But Josh hasn't answered any of our texts. When I drove to his apartment, the door was open. The floor was covered in dirt. And on the table was a photo, another Polaroid, taken last night. The 4 of us standing outside the oak tree. Josh wasn't in it, but the figure was. Closer this time, almost touching my shoulder. It's Halloween again tonight. Exactly 10 years to the minute. I've been hearing scratching in my walls, footsteps outside my window, and I swear, there's dirt under my fingernails every time I wake up. I don't remember digging. I don't remember leaving my house, but I found mud on my shoes. I just got a text. No name, no number. It says, it's time to put it back. And attached, a photo of the oak tree, freshly dug. Waiting, there are 5 shadows in the picture. Only one of them looks alive. We never buried it for the future, we buried it for the past.